The birth of America. The story begins in the 1700s. At that time, America was not yet the United States. Along the eastern coast of North America, there were 13 British colonies. These colonies were ruled by Great Britain, one of the most powerful empires in the world. The people living in the colonies worked hard. They built towns, farms, ports, and businesses. But there was one big problem. Britain wanted more money from the colonies. New taxes were created. The colonists had to pay, but they had no real voice in the British Parliament. They were being ruled from across the ocean by leaders who did not truly understand their lives. Soon, one powerful idea began to spread among the people. No taxation without representation. The tension grew stronger every year. British soldiers were sent to the colonies. Protests broke out. Anger filled the streets. And then, in 1775, the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord. The American Revolutionary War had begun. On one side stood Great Britain, a mighty empire with a professional army, a powerful navy, and great wealth. On the other side stood the colonists, farmers, workers, merchants, and ordinary people who believed they deserved freedom. Their army was weak. Many soldiers had little training. Some had no proper shoes. They suffered from hunger, cold, disease, and fear. But they had something powerful. They had a dream of independence. In 1776, the colonies made a decision that would change history forever. They declared that they were no longer under British rule. On July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted. A new nation was being born. But freedom did not come easily. The war continued for years. The British captured major cities. The American army was forced to retreat many times. Some people believed the revolution would fail. But George Washington, the commander of the American forces, refused to give up. Through freezing winters, painful defeats, and impossible odds, he kept the army together. Then came a turning point. In 1777, the Americans won an important victory at Saratoga. This victory convinced France to support the American cause. With French help, the balance of the war began to change. Finally, in 1781, at Yorktown, American and French forces surrounded the British army. The British commander, General Cornwallis, surrendered. The war was nearly over. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed. Great Britain officially recognized the independence of the United States of America. 13 colonies had defeated an empire. A new country had been born. But the story of America was not perfect. While the new nation spoke of freedom, slavery still existed. Native American lands were taken. Many people were left outside the promise of liberty. Still, the birth of America became one of the most important turning points in world history. It showed that ordinary people could challenge an empire. It showed that ideas could become revolutions. And it showed that a small group of colonies could rise, fight, and create a nation that would one day become one of the most powerful countries in the world. This was the birth of America.